Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and into my home. Today's video is the first of my series titled Building Routines. This is my current and updated morning and evening routine. Each year I reevaluate my routines to see what is and isn't working for me. A good routine is one that you'll stick to day after day. Now don't be tempted to think that routines will hold you in bondage, that you'll be giving up hours of day to follow it. The opposite is actually true. Once you establish a good routine, you'll be setting yourself up for freedom. Freedom to only spend 20 or 30 minutes resetting your home. Freedom to free up your weekends from hours of cleaning, trying to catch up from the week. I've used routines for many years now. First as a young mom with 3 babies under 6, and then as a homeschool mom, as a single mom, and then as a remarried mom raising 7 kids, and now as a grandma with at least 1 or 2 grandkids in my home in any given day. Trust me, if routines didn't work, I wouldn't have continued using them. I'm one that tries to find the easiest way to accomplish a task. I don't like wasting time on things that feel frivolous to me. So having a good set of routines brings me so much peace. I'm up early in the mornings. I like to be up well before my day needs to start, so that way I have time to have coffee, watch the news, read, and make some notes in my notebook. I like to get things out of my head and onto paper so that I'm not feeling stressed that I need to carry around important information to remember. I just get it down on paper, and that way I can deal with it in the evening when I'm relaxing. Now, I think of my morning and evening routine as square one in all the routines that I do. Now, I know that the fly lady breaks hers down even further to shining her sink as being her first step. I appreciate all that she's put into her program and that it helps give people who need a little more hand-holding to get started. I assume that many of you have a handle on how to clean, and you may be looking for a way to just simplify the process so that you're not stressed out by cleaning all day. First task that I like to do is to get my self-care done. Now, if I'm not very careful, this will be far down on my list of things to do. So I try to make this number 1. As Admiral William H McRaven said in his speech to grads, if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and then another, and then another. Now, if you haven't read the book, Make Your Bed, inspired by his speech in 1994 to graduates here in Austin at the University of Texas, I would strongly recommend it. It is so insightful and inspiring. Now I'm going to go around and tidy up the bedside tables. There isn't a lot to do because it gets done every morning. Now that's the key to these routines. Because they're done so often, not a lot gets out of hand. Now, if you have small children, you should be teaching this routine to them so that they have the sense of pride in their space. But until it's taught to them, you'll have to set aside additional time in the morning to get their rooms done with them. Now my bedroom is reset for the day, and it's just the way that I like it to be when I come in here to go to bed. Alright, so now we're going to head into my bathroom, and I'm going to go ahead and tidy up all the counters. I like to put everything back that I used in the morning, and then I use a Clorox wipe to wipe down the counters. I'll also clean the mirrors if I see that it needs it. every other day, I wipe down the counters and I clean the toilet in the guest bathroom. Now, if you have children, you'll need to add their bathroom onto this routine. You'll have to decide how often the things get done, but I would suggest if it is also used as a guest bathroom, I would do it every day like I do my bathroom. This bathroom task only takes me about 10 minutes. In fact, all these tasks only take about 10 minutes per task. And of course, it's going to be longer if you have additional rooms and bathrooms to care for. Now, you may not need to swish your toilet every day. I do this one every second or third day. However, I do wipe it down with a Clorox wipe every day. Why not? I already have the wipes out. I might as well go ahead and wipe down the seat. But if you're doing more than one bathroom, you can go ahead and alternate the days that you clean the toilets. So you can see now that when it comes to zone cleaning this bathroom, I'm not going to have a lot of grime and buildup in the sinks and toilets. And once I pair this with my weekly home blessing that I'll be showing you in next week's video, you'll see that deep cleaning in these zones will go much quicker. Remember, I'm all about finding an easier way to get things done. As much as I wish I could give you a magic potion to eliminate your need to clean, I can't. But I'm showing you how to make it easier. Alright, so in my evening routine, I lay out my clothes for the next day. So I'm going to go ahead and get dressed for the day, and then we'll head off to get a load of laundry put in the wash. I do one load of laundry a day. Now obviously I don't have little children in my home, so you may need to do more laundry. It's important to divide it up in a way that keeps your daily loads at no more than a couple of loads a day. That's including sheets and towels. Now when my kids were young, they learned how to wash their laundry by the time they were in middle school. So from then on out, they had a day that was set aside just for them to do their laundry for the week. Okay, so now I'm going to head into the kitchen and I'm going to unload the dishwasher that I loaded up last night after dinner. Now, if you have a super busy morning with little kids, you can add unloading the dishwasher in your night routine. It just means that you're going to have to get the dishes into the dishwasher sooner after dinner. Now, once again, if you have children, teach them how to rinse their dish and put it in the dishwasher. my current morning routine, either my husband and I will unload the dishwasher, and then I go ahead and I reload the dishwasher with all of our breakfast dishes. And throughout the day, we'll fill it as we use dishes. My husband hand washed his blender this morning, so I'm going to go ahead and put that away for him. So my goal here is to get my kitchen reset back to the way that I like it. Now, you may have a different comfort zone for the way that you want your kitchen. My suggestion would be to get your kitchen the way that you like it and the way that it feels peaceful to you and to your family. It should also function well for those who use it most. Then go ahead and take a picture of what it looks like. That way, when you're doing these routines, you can pull out that picture and duplicate what you see. Okay, so here's a task that I added on for this year. This rug has to be vacuumed every morning. Even though I launch my Roomba at night during my evening routines, I still need to come in here and vacuum this rug in the morning. I don't know what my pets are doing during the night, but it never fails. I have a canister full of fur every time I vacuum in here. Now, I have some small grandchildren that like to crawl around here on the floor, and one in particular has developed an allergy to my cat. So I do what I can to take care of the fur for her. Okay, so the last task on my morning routines list is to pull out the meat for dinner tonight. If you're not eating meat, then it's a good time to double check that you have all that you need for the recipe that you're going to be making. Alright, so it's been a fun-filled day here today. I've had 4 of my youngest grandkids staying here with me today, while my 2 youngest daughters went to a gym where you work out in a sauna. Have you ever heard of that? Working out in a sauna? Well, they loved it, and they're going to be going back. Alright, so I'm going to start out my evening routine in the kitchen, and I'm going to go ahead and load the dishwasher with tonight's dishes. Now, my dishwasher is getting full because I had the grandkids here today, so I've got lots of cups and bowls and things in there. So, if you have children in your home, I would suggest that you would have an afternoon routine included in with your daily routines. In my afternoon routine, when my kids were young, I would unpack their backpacks and go through their folders. And I had this large desk calendar that I kept on my counter that I would jot down dates on, including like school pictures, festivals, and when their assignments were due. And then when the kids were even younger than that, I had an afternoon routine which included straightening up their toys while they were napping, and also getting their lunch ready for when they woke up. Basically, I was using that time to reset my home back to normal. This will help you so much when it's time for your night routine. You could also consider only allowing certain toys out after nap time. Maybe have a rotating toy chest that they can play in after naps. That way you aren't left to cleaning up big messes during the busiest part of the day. So my night routine now looks completely different than what it did when I was a mom with children in the home. I had included on the list to pack up their backpacks and have them sitting by the door with their shoes and their socks. I also made sure that they followed their own routines list that I made for them, which included like tidying their rooms, baths, teeth, read, etc. Their lists were always changing year after year to fit their age and their skill level. But no matter what, they always had a list from the time they were very young and they could follow one. I would say around 3 years old. Okay, so I'm going to go and wipe down the table. Now, I don't go as far as to wipe down the whole table when we only just use 2 spots. Again, I'm all about keeping things simple and trying not to waste time doing frivolous tasks. So what do you think I'm going to do with this tea kettle? Yes, as you can see, I'm putting water in it, and more than likely I'm going to boil some water, but what do you think I'm going to do with that boiled water? Well, stay tuned so you can see what I do with it. Okay, so this is task number 4 in your evening routine, and it's what the Fly Lady calls shining the sink. Having a shiny sink is an expression of love to yourself in the morning when you wake up to a tidy kitchen and shiny sink. Nothing will ruin my day more than to wake up in the morning to a sink filled with dishes. It practically knocks the wind out of me. In fact, it will spiral from there because I'll lose my desire to do all my other tasks. Too many days of missing a task and you're back to chaos. No thank you. Do what you can to get your sink shining every single night. Okay, so have you figured out what I'm going to do with this hot water? I bet you have. I like to use this tea kettle at night to pour boiling water into my sink to finish off the clean. Now, if you want a shiny sink, this is the way to do it. Once you do this, there's no need to dry it out because it quickly dries to a very nice shine. And by the way, this has always been an indication to my kids and now to my husband that once you see this smoke, it means the kitchen is closed. Now I'm going to quickly change out the towels and then we're officially done in the kitchen. Alright, so the kitchen is done, and here are some aftershots for you. Now this is exactly how I like my kitchen to be when I wake up in the morning. Seeing it like this gives me a lot of peace to know that I'm ready to start my day tomorrow on a good note. Alright, so we're almost done here. This is task number 5, and it's called the 5-minute hotspot. What I do is I spend the next 5 minutes quickly cleaning up a hot spot in my home. Today, my hot spot is my end table next to my side of the couch. But on other days, it may be the entry table where mail gets dropped off. It really doesn't matter what it is, just find a hot spot around your home that needs a quick tidy. Okay, so now is when I launch Roomba, and he will vacuum the main areas of my home. He spends about 45 minutes or so taking care of the fur from the animals and crumbs from the kids. Now I'm headed back into the bathroom to lay out my clothes for tomorrow. I know that this seems like something that you would do for a child, but honestly, it's so nice to have everything already out and waiting for me in the morning. Anything that you can do tonight to help yourself tomorrow is such a huge bonus. So my final task in my evening routine is to look over my planner. And this is also a good time for me to write down any of those notes that I wrote down in this morning's brain dump. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you've gotten a lot from it. If you have, would you please give me a big thumbs up? And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you get reminded every time I post a new video. And while you're at it, leave your name down in the comments letting me know that you're new here. So that way I can enter you into a gift card to Starbucks for a cup of coffee. It's my way of welcoming all my new subscribers. Now next Sunday, I'll be continuing on in the series where we're going to be learning about the weekly home blessing. In that video, I will show you my updated weekly schedule that you can download free of cost. And I'll see you again on Thursday for a new decluttering video. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.